Hello, I'm Samvedam Randalls, and I would like to speak to you about a program that we offer at the Inner Arts Institute that is called the Constellation Learning Circle. This is the deepest dive we offer in our institute for people who are truly ready to make change in their lives. And it is a 7-month immersion program with a method that's called Family Constellations. That's an ancestral exploration, meaning we all think we're just ourselves here and what issues we have are all our own. And by now epigenetics have proven that is just not the case. We inherit from our ancestors both the good stuff, the DNA, and most of all our lives, but we also inherit unfinished business that comes down from our mother's line or our father's line. And these unfinished events often wreak havoc in our lives. Because for one, we don't understand where they come from, and for two, they tend to repeat. So there are these loops of everlasting patterns that don't change. So this is a program where you actually get to sort your inheritance very carefully with the help of a very intimate group, where you look at your mother's line. What comes from there? And often there are things that were excluded that have a tremendous impact on our lives, because there are some rules and orders in family system that when they're not taken into consideration, they will land on the next generation. We call that an entanglement. So that part of your life now is tied to something that happened a long time ago, or even to someone who died some time ago. And yet you carry some of that seed with you, and it repeats in your life. It can repeat in many different patterns. They can be physical, and you carry an illness forward. They can be emotional, and you have some anxiety or depression that won't leave you. Or they can be behavioral, so you are atoning for someone's guilt that happened 2 generations back. So these are ways our ancestral burdens live in us, and they're usually completely unconscious. So why would you want to do such a deep dive into your ancestry? Because it lives in your life, and because it influences your life as long as it stays unconscious. Once you're conscious and in this group, we can do the work that it takes to heal some of these wounds in you, but also in those where they originated, so that there can be peace in both of your systems, yours and the ancestor whose issues you carry forward. So now let me tell you a little about the nuts and bolts of this program. So altogether there are 7 modules. 6 of them will be held in Watertown. You will be coming Saturday and Sunday, both full days, but you'll go home at night. The 7th, which is the April module, will be residential, and we are going to a beautiful location in the middle of the forest in Western Mass. The place is called Sirius Community. It's an offshoot of Findhorn Community in Scotland, if you've heard of that. And it's a totally off-the-grid community with the most beautiful group room you've ever seen. So we always look forward to that retreat. It's called Council Time. And the way we have structured the program has grown over the years, because we've done this for 15 years now. And we now use the weekends for personal work. So each weekend, one of us will be working on mother's line, father's line, illness, whatever issues you bring. We will look at those issues through the constellation approach. However, I also want you to understand the underlying structures of constellation work. I want you to grasp the principles that run our family systems. So, because this is also a training program, it has the 2 components of everybody in the group doing their personal explorations. And there is an understanding of the constellation approach that I also want you to have. So there is a teaching component here of how do family systems work? How is this material passed forward and what in family systems has such an impact on the following generations. So what we've done now is packed the teaching into an online platform that is called Zoom. So you will receive Zoom classes where we teach some of the topics related to our work. For example, who belongs to a family system? And you'll be surprised who does. Or what things create entanglements, meaning what events in a system keep part of us connected to the past, not allowing us to be free. Or how do illnesses move forward in family systems? So there are classes that we teach on Zoom that you will be seeing in your own living room. And then we also have Zoom meetings with people in the group where we meet in small groups to support each other, to talk about it. And that's the space where we ask questions about the content, we discuss where it sits in us. So more of the learning that isn't so immediately experiential. And we've done that because people now travel. We have people from Arizona in this group, from Vermont, from Nantucket. So we just wanted to maximize the time that we have in person by doing the experiential work there, and we're doing the rest online. Another aspect of the training program is that people change dramatically in this time, and it can be a little bit like being in a washing machine. A lot of stuff may come up for you. And what we've put into place is a wonderful support system. For one, you never travel alone. You travel in a pod. There's usually 3 of you that meet regularly. And for 2, each person in the program has a personal mentor. I work with 5 beautiful staff people who've worked with me for many years. And so we each hold one small group of mentees. And you can call us or email us anytime if you need support for whatever you're going through after you've done your personal work. So what about you? Are you seeing certain loops keep repeating themselves in your life? Or is there something that doesn't allow you to fully move forward? You just keep being stuck in certain places? Well, if you feel that is the case, I want to invite you, because this is truly a method that can help you with this. And again, I have seen many lives transform through being in this particular group. I've run this group for 15 years, and I've tried my best to keep the price very affordable, because I delight in watching people's lives change. That is the joy I get out of this. And I think watching people move forward has been very satisfying. So if you're ready to jump into that, give us a call. We have 6 spots left in our circle at this time. And my name is Samvedam Randalls, and thank you for watching.